Hello and welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture we are going to learn how to go ahead and create a toolbar in Python by using Tkinter. So the first thing which we need to do is that we need to go ahead and understand what a toolbar is. So right now, if you could have a look at here, we don't have any toolbar, but the thing is that toolbar is something which is present right above or below the drop down menu right here. So it's essentially like a new kind of thing which allows you to add certain tools, certain buttons, which will allow you to perform some actions like edit, copy, paste, undo, or something of that sort. So let's learn how to actually go ahead and add toolbar in Python. So the first thing which you'll need to do is that you'll need to have a root. So what we are going to do is that we are going to add in the toolbar to the window which we have designed in the previous lecture. So in the previous lecture we had a window on which we have designed a drop down, and on the same thing we are going to have a toolbar, and we are going to create two buttons that we could go ahead and insert on that particular toolbar. So let's go ahead and create a toolbar. So let's go right over here and let's name this toolbar as toolbar itself. And a toolbar is essentially nothing but a frame. So we type in toolbar equals frame over here, and to this frame you actually need to pass in the root because you want to make sure that the toolbar which you are creating is on the window. And now the next thing which you need to do is that to identify that the toolbar is added, let's go ahead and give this thing some color. So you type in BG as the background color, and let's say you specify the color as pink. So you type in pink here. And now the next thing which you need to do is that you actually need to go ahead and create some buttons so that we could go ahead and add those buttons onto this toolbar. So let's type in the first button as insert button. Let's say this allows you to insert something. So you type in insert button equals button, and here to this let's pass in the toolbar because we want to make that button present onto the toolbar. Then type in text equals, and let's say we want to display some text like insert files. So let's say this thing performs an operation of inserting a file, and then you need to type in the command that is nothing but the function name which you want to execute. So as a dummy function we are going to take the function name as function1. And now once we have this button, let's go ahead and pack up this button. So we type insert button dot pack, and I guess I made a mistake here. This should be insert button and dot pack. So one more thing which you need to specify here in this pack is basically the side to which you want to align this button to. So let's say you want to align this to extreme left. So you type side equals left right over here, and you could also go ahead and specify the padding, that is nothing but the space which should be present over there to display the label. So let's say the padding on the X side is going to be equal to 2, and let's say the padding on the Y side is going to be equal to 3. So pad X and pad Y allow you to basically add padding on the X and Y sides respectively. So once you have this padding set up, the next thing which you need to do is that you need to create a similar button over here. So let's say that button is going to be used to print something. So we type print button equals button, and also we pass it to the toolbar which we have, and let's say the text on this thing is equal to, let's say, print, and the command for this is going to be equal to function1 as well because we are using this as dummy function. Now also let's go ahead and pack this button up. So let's type in print button dot pack. So that is going to pack up the button. That is nothing but it is going to add it up onto the toolbar, and also we align this thing to the left. So we type in left over here, give a comma, and put in the padding for X and Y. So pad X equals 2 and pad Y equals, let's say, 3 in this case. So once you have this padding set up, the next thing which you could do is that you could go ahead and you could actually add the toolbar to the menu itself. So you type in toolbar.pack, as we have not yet packed the toolbar. Let's go ahead and pack it now. So we type in toolbar.pack and also align this to the top. And now we type fill equals x. So that is essentially going to fill up the toolbar in the x dimension. So it actually helps us to adjust the toolbar size according to the window in which the toolbar is present. So if you go ahead and increase the size of window in the x direction, it is also going to actually increase the size of your toolbar. So once you're done with this, you're pretty much good to go. So you simply save the code, and when you run this code, as you could see, you have a toolbar right here. So this thing is your toolbar, and if you actually maximize it, as you could see, these are two buttons. So if we click this button, as you could see, it says menu item clicked, and even though if you click the other button, it says menu item clicked, because the command for each and every button is equal to function 1. And also you could notice that there is a little bit of padding in between these two buttons, because we have specified x and y padding for them. And also, as you could see, the size of the toolbar is going to adjust itself according to the size of the window. So that's it for this lecture, and I hope you guys understood how to go ahead and create a toolbar. So creating a toolbar is quite simple. You first create a frame, you name that frame as toolbar, you pass in the root because you actually want this toolbar to be present onto the main window, then assign a background color to it. And assigning a background color is not at all required, but we have assigned the background color so that we are able to recognize the toolbar over there. Then we have created these two buttons. So the procedure for creating button is simple, and we have done it quite a lot of times now. So basically you go ahead and you specify where you actually want to place this button. So as we actually wanted to place this button on the toolbar, we have specified toolbar over here. We have specified the text which we need to display on the button. We have also specified the command which we want to execute when the button is clicked. And then we have actually packed the button with certain parameters. So these parameters were nothing but the padding and the alignment. So the alignment was to the left and the padding was 2 and 3 respectively. So once we had that, we were good to go. And finally, we have packed up the toolbar by writing this line of code right here. So we have aligned the toolbar to the top, and we have made the toolbar extend the entire width of a particular window, so that even if we increase the size of the window, the toolbar is perfectly going to adjust itself in that window. So that's it for this lecture, and I hope you guys understood how to go ahead and create a toolbar in Python. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.